Hello, welcome. Hopefully everything is working. Okay. Let me say hello in the chat. Hello, chat. Um, Happy Pi Day. That's right. Happy. We'll wait a few minutes before we really get going. Let some other people join in. Scrumlass is here. Muto is here. Ned is here. I'm here. My name is Jason. Hello and welcome. And we're going to talk about day 7. Oh no, Scott said he was here, but he can't stay for the live. It's just not going to be the same without Scott. Hello from Tube Wings. Brian's here from Ohio. What does this say? Plus, engage with your audience. Start a Q&A, start a poll. Okay. I don't need to do any of those things yet, but maybe later. Well, we can start a poll. Why not? We'll start a poll while we wait for people to arrive. All right, there's my question to start us off. Start poll. There we go. You can vote. What are you thinking? Obviously, spoilers if you haven't seen today. Why are you here? No, I'm not. I'm kidding, but you really should go watch the matches first. Hello from North Carolina for Exide. Hello. Reptile is here from Maryland, Oklahoma. Matthew. Hello. Oh, okay. Scrumlass says he doesn't worry about spoilers. Politico is here. Howdy from Arizona. Test, says Politico. Hello from the UK. I am feeling better. Thank you for asking, Helen. Yeah, the medicine, it took about 5 days, man. When you get to my age, I guess, colds take their time. And, obviously you can kind of still hear it a little bit in the nose, but yeah, I'm doing better. Which is good. Missouri's here. Hello, Nicholas. Scrumlass is a girl. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, Lass, I should have, okay, that's on me. Woodlands in Texas. Hello, Nancy. Nancy. Okay. I think most of you know I used to live in Dallas. I enjoyed my time in Texas, but I was a wee lad when I lived there. So I still count California as my home. Illinois is in the house. ASIJ in Tokyo. No. We don't really do that much collaborations with other schools, unfortunately. I wish we did more. We do stuff with local universities because I teach at a combined junior high and high school. Like Okayama University is doing a thing with my kids if they're interested in science, things like that. But yeah, not other actual schools. Although we do have meetings like once a year if you're an IB school like we are. And I think people go and, certain people have to attend and that happens. We hosted one time some teachers at our school for a thing like that with the IB program content. I mean, the ABQ, is that Albuquerque? Okay, so what are we thinking in the poll? Let's look. No, I just want to see the poll. Whoa, nobody thinks he's going to get even 11 wins. So he's not going to get his usual 11-4. All right. Yeah, it's a little sad, right? I think, the pressure can get to you, the expectations, the fact that he won 2 in a row takes a lot out of you, so yeah, Gono Yamaura. That's on the channel. Go over to Patreon. $1. You can watch it right now. Okay, I'm gonna end that poll. We'll start another poll. I wanted to just put up a poll. Who do you think is gonna win the U show? But then I have to like type in all the names, and there's like so many people, as we're gonna see in a minute, who are still completely in the running, that it would be kind of silly. But I mean, I think we know that, like, I don't know who's still in the running. That's unlike Takanosho is not going to win the U show. Um, that it's probably going to be Hoshoru, maybe Kirishima, Takayasu. Come on, Takayasu. We're always hoping. We're always hoping. Okay, well, I do have to do my sumo summary job tonight before we just have a chat, but feel free over in the comments to leave over in the chat bar on the side to leave a question or ask a question. There's many knowledgeable people in the chat that can help, and besides myself. And I thought, for fun at the end, if you guys are still around and awake, maybe I'm up the latest, other than I think there's usually someone from like Australia in here who's even later than me. If you're from Australia, raise your hand and say hello. Yeah, Okinomi before Haramafuji. Thank you for knowing that, headbang guy. I was saying today that in my Patreon videos, I'm a big Ao Nishiki fan. I'll admit that. I'm really chuffed that he's done so well. The guy who's really impressed me in January in this tournament is Atami Fuji. I wasn't really ever big on him before. I understood why people enjoyed him, and he's a delightful person. Whenever you see him interviewed, and the cherubic face and the smile and everything. But yeah, not so much his sumo, but January turned me around. In this tournament, he's really just really fighting well. You got to give it to Fujinokawa. He just lays it all out on the line. He's just so fun to watch. So those are two guys who I'm really enjoying lately. And yeah, there's just a lot of talent right now, I think, at the top of the Bansuke. Kevin, are you an Ao Nishiki fan because you're from the Ukraine? I always say the Ukraine and people get mad at me. Are you from Ukraine? King Rama is from a black site somewhere in the Middle East. Okay, put the shades down, yeah, anyway, the thing that I was about to say is, at the end, if you're still around, I'm going to open this box of cards. I was going to do it separately in an unboxing, but I'm not going to have a lot of time because, as you guys know, at the end of the month, I'm going into hospital for 5 days. And then it's going to be the new school year. And I want to open these, damn it. I bought them a good month ago, and in one of the online auctions. And these are the guys, man, that really, got me really hooked. You got your Haramafuji back there. You got your Kaio, Kisenosato, Baruto, Kotooshu, Kisenosato. Did I already say him? Of course, Hakuho. So we're going to open those. I'm not going to like go card by card, but I'll hold up some of the big names. Because some of you remember 2011. Oh my God, I can't believe it's that long ago. 15 years ago. Some of you are like, Jason, we don't know any of those people. I mean, I'm sure you've heard of some of them, even if you're newer fans. Yeah, I wish there was autographs in here. There's none. They didn't start doing that until about 2015. It's a 99 card set. I don't think there's any special chase cards or anything that you can get. Okay, Jason, another Jason's in the chat from Amsterdam. Wow. Kirishima Yusho would be fantastic. I think he'll obviously get promoted to Ozeki if that happens. Let's see. Mita might be back for May. That's good to hear. Thank you, Helen, for that update. Yeah, he's fallen way down, and that's a shame because he was doing so well in Juryo a few basho ago. The new Hakuho podcast episode. Tea and coffee. Did you watch the Sumo Summary Show last night? See, now I'm finding all you people that are leaving this comment didn't watch the show because I talked about it in the show and I left a link to it in the description box. So your answer, not being snarky, is yes. I have seen the Hakuho interview. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about on Unpacking Japan. It's very good. I recommended it on the show. Put a link. You should go watch, all of you. Yeah, Kokai could be in there, and who knows? All right, so let's jump in and let me do some of my Sumo Summary Show. Put that hat on, and Sumo Neko will say, let's look at what happened on day 7, and we will do that. And then we'll look at the standings page. We'll look ahead to day 8. Then we'll chat, and I'll open cards and show you sumo glories from the past. Okay, share my screen and hope this goes well. It's always a crapshoot, it seems like. All right, share. All right, looks like you guys can see everything. Andrew's here from Iowa. Hello, Andrew. All right. Okay, so absent. I think you guys know that Haku no Fuji came back. Don't think, yeah, he came back today and fought and got a win. So we'll get there. All right, so no real other absent stuff to talk about. So we'll get to the winners and losers on day 7. We'll start down in Juryo as we always do. I'm going to check over to see if there's any questions or comments from time to time. Wait, where does one get a Sumo Neko? I desperately need that. There's a few of them. I'll show you the website later. This one is one that I just bought for my classroom, and now that my class is finishing, I brought it home. And yes, it's very cute. And there's about 4 of them. I think they're on the official Sumo website. I'll put the link down in the chat in a little bit. But yeah, they're not expensive. They're about $10, but they're very cute. Hi from Oklahoma. Hello back. Is it possible to see the competition chart on the Patreon pages? EMD. I'm not sure what you mean, but are you talking about the standings? You can access that from anywhere. It's just a Google link. I link it over here on YouTube, but once you've clicked on it, it's the same link for the rest of the tournament. So I can put the link in the chat in a minute and you can click on it, no problem. Okay, but if you go to, you're here on YouTube, if you go to my page and click on any of the previous, on day 5 or day 6, Sumo Summary Show, down in the description, boom, the link will be there. All right. Hi. Okay, let's get back to it. So down in Juryo, what did I have for you? Kaze Keno won his match at J14, doing really well, 6-1 now. Then I had this match with Okaryu, I think that's how you say it. Makushita 2, who got his Kachikoshi and is undefeated and has come up very quickly through the ranks. If we go down here, oh no, he's not the very quickly guy. Sorry, that's another guy. But 6-1 at MS7, now 4-0 at MS2. He'll most likely make his Juryo debut in May, so maybe a name to keep in mind. All right, can I go back? I think so. Let's make sure you're with me. You are with me. Good. Can you speak Japanese after living in Japan for so long? Yes. How's that for an answer? To what extent? Not as well as I'd like. Not as well as I'd like, I'll say that. And kanji are hard. But now with modern technology, I can type anything in hiragana, and then the computer or my phone will make the kanji for me. So really, as an adult of my age, I don't really need, but it is hard to read them if you're out and about. I could not read a Japanese newspaper, for example. I just wouldn't know enough kanji. but I can keep my own in conversation. Okay. So then Kazuma, another guy with only one loss, Jurio 11, fought Tsurugisho, who's winless. Kazuma 6-1, very good record so far. Fuji Tensei lost. He's another rookie to Tohakiru today, and so that double or triple, actually, it was a triple, is on the channel. Toshino Fuji lost to Shonana Umi. Kyokaku Kayu is got a win to go to 5-2 over Tamashoho. Hatsuyama 5-2 after his terrible January Basho, doing well back in the Jurio confines against Meisei. Do you guys remember Meisei? Kitsuno Waka against Kaio, and there's a person in my Patreon that loves Kaio, so that was for him. I put that matchup on the channel. Then toward the end, we had Takeda Fuji, who's not looking great. Now 2-5 after the loss to Sadanoumi, another mainstay of the top division, who's down in Jurio right now. And Wakanosho just dominating everybody over Ryuden, undefeated at 7-0. Maybe he was the guy I was looking at. Yes. So he has come up so fast. So, nope, that's not him either. Damn it. Who was it I was looking at? Okay, but anyway, he made his Jurio debut, then at J11 got the championship, and now is at J3 and undefeated. So my guess is that is a name you will be hearing in the top division in May. Who was I looking at that came up so fast? Let's see. Someone please remind me where the November Basho is held. It is held in Fukuoka on the island of Kyushu. Did you watch any of the stable YouTube channels? I do when they kind of come across my feed, especially on like Twitter. But I don't watch a lot of sumo YouTube in my off time, to be honest. So yeah, I'm too busy watching. What am I watching right now? I'm watching all these like unboxings of like Marvel cards and Star Wars cards. It's weird what I pass my time with. I see autograph cards on the Bai site. They aren't the BBM certified. Look like people got them signed at events. Do you think those are legit autos, Chevy? Well, some of them have that, like, it's not plastic. What am I trying to think? It's called like acrylic holder, and BBM like will take a card, get it hand signed in like black marker, and it's like slabbing it, like when you submit something to PSA or CGC, and they put it, and that is authentic. If you see those, maybe I can pull one up and show you a picture of what I'm talking about in a minute. If you're just buying it raw, you know, some random fan got it signed at a bus show, yeah, you're just taking your chances. You know, if you get that card and you believe that it was signed by Hoshoru, then that card was signed by Hoshoru, and it means something to you because, you know, yeah, what can I say? You know, it's different than these, right? You know, the official card, all BBM, it's got the whole certificate on the back. It's embossed and stamped and numbered, you know, but, you know, I've got things signed. I was at Cirque du Soleil in San Francisco one night, and George Lucas came in and sat like 5 rows in front of me, and I got him to sign my program because I was, you know, astonished. This is a hero of mine. And that, you know, I can't prove it. Somebody was there with me and saw it, but, you know, that signature means everything to me. So, you know, it's what you make of it in most cases, unless you want to resell it eventually. She's going to sumo. Yeah, well, I mean, there is a bullet train that goes to Fukuoka, but it's far away from Tokyo. I will say that. It's a full, I mean, you'd be better to fly. To take a domestic flight, probably take you about 2 hours to get from Tokyo to Fukuoka on a plane, and maybe then stay in a hotel, see the sumo, and fly back or something. Rug cleaning videos. Okay. I do like those videos sometimes where they're like they go to some old person's house and their lawn is just completely overgrown, and they're like, "Yeah, I'll cut your lawn for free just because I make content." And it's just so satisfying when they edge everything and they mow it all, and it just looks so awesome after they're all done. Okay, so that was Jurio. Let's check the top division for today. Here we go, March 14th, Pi Day. Asahakuru started us off with a win. He's at 5-2 now, having a decent basho over Tomokaze, who came up from Jurio for the day. Fuji Ryoga, the rookie, at 4-3. He beat Mitakeumi, who, you got to think this might be it. The former Ozeki, if he doesn't get some wins, could be going down to Jurio, and that might be the thing that prompts him to retire. Kimbozan Chiyoshima. Kotoeho got a win to go to 5-2 over the other rookie, Fuji Seiyun. Tobizaru got just his second win over Nishiki Fuji. Ryoga goes to 3-4 over Asanoyama, who's on my team and many other teams. So that wasn't a win for me today. Tamawashi Ye got his second win over Osho Umi. Toki Hayate beat Asakoru. Shishi versus Shodai is on the Patreon channel. Shishi got that win. And then Gonoyama Ura, somebody recommended that match. I agree. It's a good match. And Gonoyama now 6-1, Ura 3-4. Hakuno Fuji, like I said, that was the halftime. And then Hakuno Fuji started the second half. He got a win over Onokatsu. So he's basically 1-6. And Onokatsu is 1-6. This is losses. This is absences. Make sure that everybody can still see me and everything. Cool. All right. Let's see, where did I leave off? So Koto Shoho was on the leaderboard and maintained his one loss. He beat Oshoma. Takanosho 6-1 as well. He maintains by beating Ichi Yamamoto. Shirano Umi beat Wakataka Kage. Both men are 3-4. Yoshino Fuji got a third win. The Maegashira one is at 3-4. Wakamoto Haru, what's going on with him? He's 0-7 now at Komusubi. Takayasu maintains his one loss, gets a win over Daisho with a nice skuidachi. Kirishima also 6-1. So both Sekewake are going to get their Kachikoshi and maintain their rank. And Atami Fuji should get his and maintain his Komusubi rank. Will there be any place for him to get promoted? Only if Kirishima gets promoted to Ozeki, probably. But Kirishima beat Hirada Umi. Fujinokawa tried his best. Man, it was a great match against Kotozakura, but Kotozakura is just too big and too strong and got the win. Then Aonishiki losing for the fourth time, guys, to Atami Fuji. It was a really good match. Absolutely recommend you see that match. And Atami Fuji now 4-3. And then Hoshoru not having much problem with Oho in the final match of the day to also go to 6-1. All right, let's check back in on the comments. Well, Matthew's asking about Kirishima. I was saying in my broadcast today, Cleo, thank you for the compliment. And hello from Las Vegas, Trucker Mark. Murray, from Australia, who does the play-by-play on NHK, every time he comes on and talks about Kirishima, it's like, well, he's not going to get promoted, this time, because those first wins were in when he was a Maegashira. And, he's basically just, he's like, he just needs to get 10 or 11 this time. And then in May, he needs another good tournament, and then he'll get promoted. And then every time Hiro Morita comes on and does the play-by-play, which he did today, he's like, well, he just needs 11 or 12, and that'll add to the other 2 times he got 11, and then he'll be an Ozeki. So it's like even the guys who are like, paid to talk to you about sumo on NHK have very different opinions about Kirishima. I said from the beginning that simply getting 11 to get to 33 wins over the last 3 basho won't be good enough because those first 11 wins came at Maegashira 2. He either has to get like 13 or 14 wins, or win the Yusho, or be runner-up. I think if he does those, they'll probably do it, and they'll allow the wins from Maegashira 2 to count. Just like I did, and Tube Wings, if you're here, you can back me up. I think that's what happened with Tochinoshin long ago. He got some big wins at Maegashira, got promoted, got a bunch more wins, and then his third basho in a row, he won the Yusho. So even though the first set was below Sanyaku, they allowed it, and he got promoted. So that's what I think about that. Koto Eho. Yeah, put up some Kaio today, and he won. Let's see. Any other things here? No. JKNH is asking, can Kirishima get promoted to Ozeki because we already have 2? No, you can have as many Ozeki as you want. You can have as many Yokozuna as you want. So I used to watch when there was regularly 4 or 5 Ozeki all at the same time. So yeah, no, he can totally get promoted to Ozeki. Doesn't matter. No Ozeki gets kicked out or anything if he gets promoted. So that's not a problem. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So Headbang Guy is backing me up on my Tochinoshin memory. West Virginia's in the house. Hello, Samantha. Yeah, I'm rooting for, let's be plain. I'm rooting for Takayasu. We all want Takayasu to win 1 Yusho before he retires. Barring that, now that Alan Ishki's not going to win, I'm totally rooting for Kirishima. I know a lot of people are rooting for Hoshoru. They want him to get his first as a Yokozuna, and I'd be happy with that. But I'd like to see Kirishima win it. Unless somebody's going to come out of left field and win it, like Tommy. Well, no, Tommy Fuji wouldn't do it. I don't know who else could be up there. Okay. No worries. JK, no worries. Yeah, everybody kind of has different opinions about Kirishima. And we won't know until we get toward the end of the second week and we see if he's still winning. Okay, so let me jump back over and we'll look at the tournament leaders. Okay, so up in the Makuuchi, look at this. I'm still scrolling. Wow. Okay, 6 guys tied for the lead. Hoshoru, Kirishima, Takayasu, and then 3 rank and filers, Takanosho, Koto Shoho, and Gonoyama. And what does Koto Shoho have that 3 of those other guys don't have? A Yusho. Kirishima has one, and Hoshoru has a few. Takayasu's never won it. Takanosho's never won it, and Gonoyama's never won it. So there you go. Wait, no, Takanosho's never won a Yusho, right? I'm remembering that correctly. Anyway, so, and then the funny thing is right here below it, they don't show you all the guys who have 2 losses. I think that's another like 5 or 6 guys. So it's really anyone's Yusho at this point. We still got a lot of sumo to go. Down in Juryo, we just have 1 sole leader, Wakanosho, and then only 2 guys won off the pace, Kazuma and Kazekeno. So it's narrowing down there. There's the man today that fought in the Juryo division. He's on top of the Makushita leaderboard, and that's only got 5 guys. But Enho fought. I put I put Enho's match up on the Patreon, so I was able, because I'm home. That match came on about 2:45. He was the final match in Makushita today, and he got a win, so he's 3-1, 1 away from his Kachikoshi. And so that's good news. Okay. We're going to do standings. Let's do that really quick. Share again here. All right, can everybody see? Cool beans. So Weg was in just so far out in front, 2 points ahead of everybody else. Hoshoru, Takayasu, Takanosho, Koto Shoho, Gonoyama. I mean, every person on his team has 6 wins except Fujiseon. That's pretty good prognostication there. So congrats to him on being in first place. Only 2 people now in second place, Kinryu and Music Tourist, 32 points, and only 1 person in third place. It's really narrowed. Bagwata, 31. And look at that. Look at whose name is right there. That's my name. So I am on top. How big is this grouping though? So we have these 7 people tied for fourth, and then I have 29 points along with, well, not that many people. Let's see. So this is 35, about 15 people are like me and with 29 points. So again, good choice, good choice. He's the underperformer at the moment, but I have faith. Good choice, a little underwhelming and decent because he's making his debut. I just wanted to show him some love and he's doing okay. So yeah, very, very happy with my team so far. How are you doing in the contest? I hope you're doing well. Oh, thank you, Ozzy. Thank you for resubbing. Yeah, well, some people, if you had on Osato, if you had somebody that had to pull out of the tournament, Abi, it's tough. Christom is asking, can Enho get promoted up to Juryo with a 6-1 from MS4? Yeah, it just depends the people above him, So what you have to do then is, let me share real quick. Okay, we go over here. Everybody can see. Okay, good. Everybody can see. So what you do is you go to matches, but you do tournament records. And this shows you everybody that's at the same rank. Okay. And then you pick Makushita. And what you can see is the guy in MS1 ahead of Enho is only at 2-2. Tochi Taikai is not having a good tournament. He's at 1-3. This guy's going to get promoted. Takuyozan's at 2-2. Takakento's at 2-2. Hideno Umi's at 1-3. So all of that tells you that Enho right here at MS4 with his 3-1, if he can keep winning, is going to get promoted because there's nobody ahead of him that might take his slot. But these guys who are 2-2 completely can still get their Kachikoshi, So it's optimistic for Enho, but it's not a done deal by any measure. So you're just going to kind of go over there, look at tournament records, and see what you think. All right, what else we got? Okay. Kevin was talking. Oh, okay. I think Kevin's having his own conversation in the chat room. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. Thank you for the thumbs up. Let's look at day 8 together and see who's going to fight who tomorrow on the middle Sunday. We'll start down in Juryo, as we often do, for March 15th. So Kazekeno is again going to start off the day at 6-1 against a 2-5 Nishikigi. Kazuma is taking on Kotokuzan. Another early match with a guy on the leaderboard. Fuji Tensei has Deiwa Noru. Kitsuno Waka against Tohakiru. Hatsuyama against Kyoku Kayu. Chikayo against Wakanosho. So this will be on the channel. So my Patreon member that loves Kayo will be happy. And then there's not much really in this part that I need to show because most of these guys only have 2 or 3 wins. It's kind of a little sad. But that just means that Wakanosho for sure is going to get promoted, and we'll just have to see who else might be around Juryo 4 or 5 that might get it. Plus how many people are going to get demoted from the top division. All right, going up to Makiuchi. Yeah, I know, Takeda Fuji. He didn't look good today. He had that surprising championship and then got injured, kind of came back for like a basho or two, and now he's just become kind of a Juryo mainstay. Yeah, Kotozakura, you could say the same thing. It's like he won that show. He was on the rope run. Everybody thought, oh, he's going to win back to back and become a Yokozuna. And man, he's seen this guy named Aonishiki come up out of nowhere, pass him by, and now he's the man who's going to become a Yokozuna. And of course, Hoshoru got the nod. And yeah, he's just been left. But I mean, look at his performance. 8-7 every tournament. So this is the tournament where I figured he might get more than 8 because he started pretty well. Gonoyama does look solid. I would agree with you, Ed. All right, let's go back and look at day 8 for the top division. The Takayumi will start the day off against a Juryo man, Daisei Izan. Kotoeho has Nishiki Fuji. Rookie Fuji Ryoga has Tobizaru. The other rookie, Fuji Seiyun, has Asahakiru, who's just in his second tournament in the top division. Shishi Chiyoshima. We were talking about Gonoyama. He's got Kimbozan tomorrow. Asanoyama against Toki Hayate. Tamawashi, hoping he'll get some more wins against Asakoryu. Ura versus Roga. Shodai Oshoumi. Ichi Yamamoto against Oshoma. Then we're starting to get into some of the meat and potatoes here in the top. Koto Shoho at 6-1 against Hakuno Fuji. Oho against Onokatsu. Fuji no Kawa against Yoshino Fuji. I'm eager to see that matchup. That should be a lot of fun. 0-7 Wakamoto Haru against Chirana Umi. Then Atami Fuji against Wakatake Kage. Kirishima has Takayasu. So the Seke Wake battle here on day 8. And only one of them will obviously stay on top of the leaderboard. The other will be in the 2-loss group. Who you got in this match? You rooting for Kirishima or you rooting for Takayasu? I want them both to win, but they can't. I'm rooting for Takayasu. Takanosho was 6-1 against Aonishiki. And if he loses again, the thing that he hasn't done in a long time, Hiro Morita was saying today, is he hasn't lost on back-to-back days, and that was the first time. Look at the 2 black circles. He hasn't done that. You got to scroll way down here. Look, since July when he was a Maegashira 1 and he lost on the last 2 days of the tournament. And he had this bad run right here after he'd had this incredible run here. But normally he doesn't lose on back-to-back days. And that's what was surprising about today. And, Takanosho's no slouch. He's going to have a tough match tomorrow. But having said that, he wants to be a Yokozuna. You got to be able to, put up. You got to be able to get in there and win the tough matches. And if you're going to want the highest rank in the land, you got to earn it. You got to own it. So, yeah. All right. Let's see. Oh, we were looking at. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, so Aonishiki against. No, that's the results, Jason. Come on. Day 8. Okay, one more time. So, Atami Fuji, Takayasu Kirish, Aonishiki against Takanosho. Hirada Umi has the other Ozeki, and Daisho versus Hoshoru in the final match of the day. So really the highlight match tomorrow is Kirishima Takayasu. I think that's the one. And I'm really looking forward to Fuji no Kawa, Yoshino Fuji. So, and Koto Shoho's on my team. I want him to keep winning. Don't think he'll have a whole lot of problem with Haku no Fuji, who doesn't look 100%, although he did get a win today. All right. Okay, so it is 0:08 or 12:08 a.m. here in Japan. We're going to open some sumo cards. Yeah, I mean, it should be correct. It's what they what they report. Weight obviously changes. They don't always update that, but height shouldn't change. So the height should be right. All right. So I'm just going to chat with you guys as I open, and I will show you cards as we go through. Now, this is what a pack looks like. Just same kind of thing. Sorry. Gotta get the light from the little light thing there. 315 yen for a pack of 5. There's what you can get. There are subsets, but I don't think there's any inserts like autographs or anything. 2011. So March of 2011, a big deal in Japan. If you remember the tsunami and the earthquake that affected the nuclear power plant. And the same day as Hakuho's birthday. So right away, we've got some interesting cards here. One of the subsets is about Chiyonofuji, the great Yokozuna. And so that'll be a fun subset to look at. So what's interesting about these cards, for instance, is there's no English on the front of the card, which now there almost always is. Oh, wait, maybe at the very bottom. Oh, I take that back. Here's his name. It's hard to see in this kind of font at the very bottom. Can you see it? I don't even know this wrestler. He's a Juryo wrestler. Neonoumi Shinji. Shinji's his first name, so okay. 2010 like moments. These are kind of funky. The retirement of somebody. Oh, the old, well, he used to be Isagahama Oyakata. What was his wrestling name when he was a Yokozuna? It was either Takanohana or Wakanohana. I know I should know that. I don't. So somebody will pipe in. Ah, there we go. So it does have a little bit of English on the front of the regular cards. This is card number 8. This is Aran. He was from Russia. Was he the guy that got thrown out for gambling? I think he had to leave. He didn't leave on his own accord. Somebody can maybe let me know. Which one was he, though? Was he Takanohana or Wakanohana? I know he was one of those guys. All right. Oh, there we go. Tochinoshin. A big reason my channel was successful back in the day. So at this point, what was he ranked? Maybe he was Sekewake at this point. Yeah, he hadn't become Ozeki. But he's card number 9 in this set. It's a pretty cool card with him throwing salt. There's like stats and stuff on the back. So Isagama's name was Asahi Fuji when he was a Yokozuna. Okay. Is that right? Really? Okay. Hiroshima, more like moments. Ah, Musashi Maru's. No, wait, is that Musashi Maru? He's getting his top knot cut, his retirement ceremony. Wait. There's no English on this. His name is going to bug me. I don't think it is Musashi Maru, right? Oh, I can't remember. My memory is terrible. Okay. Oh, that's right. That's Akebono? No, that's not Akebono. I know Akebono. He's definitely Samoan or Hawaiian, but there's Musashi Maru and then there's Konishiki and there's one other guy. That's Musashi Maru. Okay, good. I'm right. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. And he was one of the last Yokozuna before Asashoryu really came along and started to dominate. Homa show there. Some special prize winners, including Kiseno Sato. Some moments. Fujiazuma. Fun. Oh, okay. Well, he's definitely they're both Hawaiian or Samoan, and they're both big. So I get where you're coming with the Akebono. Ushuyama. I'm saying he's up. Look at that. He's still wrestling. Down in Juryo now. Sada no Umi. Tamawashi should be in here. Some other people that maybe still are around. The guys who were like in this set who were in Juryo that never made it up to Makuuchi, I might not know them because I didn't follow it so closely until 2011 is really when I started the channel in earnest and made sure I watched every basho and stuff like that. I like the look of Fuji Ryoga too. Yeah, there he is. Takami Sakari, the Robo Wrestler. It's a great picture. Konishiki is the shorter one who was only Ozeki, yes. And now does that like sushi and sumo thing in the United States, right? I wonder what these are. There's Taiho, the great Yokozuna Taiho. Well, these will be fun to look at when I have a little bit more time. Why don't we have any American Samoans anymore? I was just talking about that, Matthew, on my Patreon videos the other day. It's a shame that we don't have, as an American fan, we don't have anybody to root for. We've had some people try. One of the features on the NHK was like the declining new rookie class. Like there's not many Japanese young men who want to become sumo wrestlers anymore. And they won't relax the restriction on foreigners. So it's like, where are they going to get, they only had like 20 guys sign up. Normally they have, like this past March, normally they have like 100, or something. Or in days past, they had that many. And, you might get, as I think Murray was saying at the height, they would be getting 800-900 guys a year applying to be sumo wrestlers. Some of them straight out of high school, some of them come from college, and now that number is just dwindled. So, yeah. Kaio, I was speaking about Kaio the other day because we have a wrestler in Juryo named Kayo, and this is the former Ozeki, Kaio, and you pronounce them very similarly, but obviously very different people. It's a great action shot, though. I'm throwing him down. Oh, there he is. Now, what number is he in this set? He is number 1. There's Hakuho. So Asashoryu had left by 2011, right? Or was it January of 2010 or January of 2011 when Asashoryu left? So Hakuho would have been the only Yokozuna, right? Because Hanamafuji hadn't gotten promoted yet. So yeah, he would have been the sole Yokozuna. Okay. How popular are the Dodgers out there? Rod, dude. Well, think about it. Who's the best pitcher on the Dodgers? Who's the best hitter on the Dodgers? They both happen to be Japanese, so yes, they are extremely popular. And the World Baseball Classic is obviously huge here. with Shohei, and it'll be fun if they play America. And people are always like, "Who are you going to root for?" And I'm like, "I'm going to root for Japan because those are the players I know. I watch the Dodgers on YouTube, the highlights every time, and I know those players. I don't really know. Obviously my hometown is San Diego, so I try to root for the Padres, and they have a Japanese pitcher. But yeah, I don't follow baseball enough to really know all the different players on the American superstar team. I'll just show you retired after the January 2010 tournament. Okay, good. So here is Amanishiki, who is Aonishki's coach now. He retired and became an Oyakata. So he wore his black mawashi at the end of last tournament, but now he got a brand new black mawashi for this tournament. Do your students follow my channel? No. I wish they would. I always joke with them, hey, go give me a sub. Throw me some thumbs up. I mean, 2 or 3 do, but no, they don't care about sumo. They just think I'm wacky because I talk about it all the time. I'll always go into class and I'll be like, man, are you as upset as I am that Onosato pulled out of the tournament yesterday? That's what Mr. Harris, we don't know anything about sumo. What are you talking about? So they just think I'm goofy. But yeah, no, I mean, I haven't had one student in like 10 years who's been like, oh yeah. I had one teacher, Japanese teacher, who was really into it, and I could talk to him a little bit. And he retired because he was already older than me when I started. And yeah, it's just young people don't watch sumo. But they're impressed that I have a YouTube channel and things like that. But yeah, they still don't care. Oh yeah, that's true. No Koto Oshu yet. I'll tell you when we get to him. Oh, and speaking of coaches, there's Kiseno Sato. He is now an Oyakata and is in charge of Onosato, former Yokozuna. Another European, Gagamaru, who I think has his own YouTube channel, was trying to do stuff. I think he also shows up in some of these like amateur sumo tournaments where they invite former people like Osuna Arashi or somebody will go and show up. So I think he's still kind of tangentially involved. Miyabiyama. What is that? Okay. I have no idea. I'll have to look it up later. It's not that they don't really care. Well, I mean, they don't really care about sumo, but it's just I've always said this. It's not on at a time when they're going to be able to watch it. It's on from 4 to 6 p.m. and the vast majority of them are in school or coming home from school, or if they have any kind of club, brass band, ping pong, English club, whatever it is, they're staying after school and they're probably not getting home, or they're going to what's called juku, which is like cram school where they study more. And so they're never home. And then at the weekend, there's 5 days they could watch at the weekend if they were really into it. But yeah. And it's on all the time. It doesn't sort of, you know, baseball and soccer, like they build toward like an ending World Series or a tournament or something like that. And sumo is kind of it's exciting for that 15 days, but it's self-contained, and then it starts over again, and then it's self-contained. So it doesn't build over a season like other sports do. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, there he is. God, he looks young there. Hamawashi. And he is, what is he on this card? Can I tell his rank? He's just a Maegashira in this card. All right. Sorry, I know I'm looking at cards instead of you guys. Oh, I'm gonna open a few more until we get to Koto Oshu. I'm not gonna open the whole box because I know it's not very exciting. All right, any more comments, questions before I head out here? Yeah, I think it's just old people. You know, whenever I talk about sumo with my kids, they're always like, "Oh, my grandpa likes sumo." I'm like, "Oh, thanks." Let's see if we can find Koto Oshu. Any other really high-ranked guys? Oh, I haven't had much inserts. Who were the Ozeki back then? Oh, I think Baruto's in this set. I haven't Baruto yet. All right. Oh, there he is. Wow, he looks so young, Takayasu. Look at that. He's going a little gray at the sides. This is when he was in Jurio. That's his Jurio card. Takayasu still doing it. Maybe he's going to win the Yusho. Nope. 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 Okay, two more. See if we get that Koto Oshu. All right. Well, thanks, guys, for coming by. Let me know. Just leave a comment real quick. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to win the U show? I won't do a poll. I'll just ask. Who do you think is going to win the U show? Kaisei, yay! I had my picture with Kaisei the other day. Not the other day, when I went to a bus show a few years ago. No Koto Oshu yet. Naruto Oyakata, where are you? Kokai. Somebody mentioned Kokai. There he is. The eternal 5 o'clock shadow man. Looks like he never shaved. Most people are saying Hoshoru, Kiri or Hoshoru, Hoshoru Yusei. I don't want to jinx it. Okay, fair enough. Takayasu, I mean, that's who I'm rooting for. Would love it to be Takayasu, though. Yeah, it would be a lot of fun if it was. I think the sumo fans would just lose their minds. If it comes down to like a playoff or something, I mean, I would really feel bad about whoever has to fight against him because the conversation would just be, I mean, the applause rather would just be so much for Takayasu. That's just not a very good, card. It's like a black and white photo. I know it's from a long time ago. I think this is Futabayama's, something like some record of 69 wins in a row or something maybe. But yeah, I don't know. So, all right, last one to see if we get a Koto Oshu. Yeah, I think Hoshoru is going to win it. I mean, the sensible part of me says that, but I want either Kirishima or Takayasu would be great. Oh yeah, we haven't seen Hanuma Fuji yet either. Here's him getting a shot. He's not still Ama, so he's under Hanuma Fuji. Oh, Yoshikaze. I was always a big Yoshikaze fan. Oh, an early Goedo. There's some big names in this set. And the Takayasu card again. Okay. All right. So, yeah, that was day 7. Day 8 looks to be fun. Obviously, I'll be home. I'm going to have some Jurio matches. I'll have over on the Patreon, come join us. Full slate. I think I had 11 videos today, and a lot of them were double headers. So lots to watch over there, and I encourage you to come over. Does anyone need what? Somebody asked me for links. What did somebody need a link to? I'm happy to put it in the chat real quick. Somebody asked me about where they can buy the things. Let me just do that real quick. Sumo sites. I hope I can put these links in the chat. I think I can. All right. right, so here is where you can buy the plushie and a lot of other sumo goods. But now, of course, that's a Japanese shop that doesn't ship internationally, so you'd have to use a proxy service. You could also try Robert's shop. Um, he gets a lot of these items, not everything, but and that, of course, is big sumo fan who I often give the gift cards. So, but it's fun just to look at all the stuff they have on Sumo. Uh, I'm sure it will lose to Alan Ishiki though. Yeah, you might be right there. Um, Somebody asked me about cards. Did I answer that question? I bought this particular box was a Yahoo auction here in Japan. I paid about in American dollars, I paid about $150 for it, which is not bad considering how old they are. But yeah, there's Yahoo auction has a lot of sumo material, sumo goods. But again, you'd have to use a proxy or something like that to get it shipped to you in another part of the world. Was that the other question? We talked about that video. I think that's it. Let me just double check. Okay. I think those were the link that somebody asked for. Was there another link? No, I can't think of it. Alrighty. Thanks for coming by. And yeah, watch day 8. I hope there's obviously also day 8, as most of you know, NHK World. If you go to their website, will show it live stream for 1 hour. They show the second half of the top division from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Japan time. So I know when I used to be home in America, if I was like home for spring break, that's like, I don't know, 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. in California or something. But if you're willing to stay up or, whatever it is in your part of the world, you can watch live for 1 hour with the English play-by-play. And that they only do on the weekends. I think they do both Saturday and Sunday on the final weekend, day 14 and day 15. All right. Well, thank you for coming by and keeping me company. And yeah, it's been an exciting basho so far. Very unpredictable, as it often is in Osaka. And I honestly, Kirishima, Takayasu, Hoshodo, all three of those completely viable choices for who's going to win the U show. So yeah, just keep watching. I know I will be. And luckily, the 20th, day 13 is a national holiday in Japan, so I'll have even extra coverage up. But anyway, have a good rest of whatever for you. If it's your Saturday, I hope it goes well. And I'll see you tomorrow if you're over on my Patreon for day 8. Okay? Thanks. I'll let you know if I get Koto Oshu. I'll show it in tomorrow's Sumo Summary Show. All right. See you guys. Take care. Peace. Oh. See, now I'm still here, and you're like, what did he do? Am I in the right page? I think I am. The button's up in the upper corner. I found it. Okay. See ya.